Chapter 1. Ava sat perched on a weathered bench overlooking the vast expanse of the sea, her sketchbook resting on her lap as she captured the shifting colors of the twilight sky. The salty breeze tousled her chestnut curls as the sun dipped below the horizon, bathing the world in a warm, golden light. With each stroke of her pencil, Ava felt a sense of peace wash over her, a connection to something greater than herself. As the first stars began to twinkle in the darkening sky, Ava closed her sketchbook and took a deep breath, savoring the beauty of the moment. She had always been drawn to the sea, its endless rhythm echoing the ebb and flow of her own emotions. Lost in her thoughts, Ava didn't notice the figure approaching her until he was standing right in front of her. Chapter 2. Ethan, a brooding and enigmatic stranger with a haunted past, searching for meaning and redemption in the wake of loss. His piercing green eyes hold a deep well of sorrow and longing, hidden behind a facade of stoic detachment. Ethan's path is a lonely one, filled with regrets and unanswered questions that have led him to Crescent Cove in search of solace and a chance at new beginnings. The stranger who stood before Ava had a quiet intensity about him, a presence that demanded attention. His dark hair had been tousled by the wind, and his eyes held a mixture of sadness and curiosity as he gazed out at the sea. Ava felt a jolt of recognition, as if their fates had been intertwined long before their paths crossed at twilight. "Hello," Ava said softly, breaking the silence that hung between them. The stranger turned to her, his gaze locking onto hers in a way that made her heart skip a beat. "Hello," he replied, his voice low and gravelly. In that moment, as the world melted away around them, Ava knew that their meeting was no mere coincidence. Their paths had crossed at twilight for a reason, and she was ready to discover what lay ahead on this unexpected journey of love and self-discovery. Chapter 3. Ava couldn't shake the feeling that there was something special about the stranger standing before her. His eyes held a depth of emotion that mirrored her own inner turmoil, and she couldn't help but be drawn to him in a way that felt both exhilarating and terrifying. As the last of the daylight faded into the embrace of the night, Ava found herself caught in a moment of suspended time with this enigmatic man. "What brings you to Crescent Cove?" Ava asked, breaking the spell of silence that enveloped them. The stranger's gaze softened, and a ghost of a smile played at the corner of his lips. "I came here seeking peace," he murmured, his words carried on the whisper of the sea breeze. "I found something unexpected instead." Ava felt a shiver of anticipation run down her spine. There was a connection between them that defied explanation, a magnetic pull that drew them closer with each passing moment. As the stars overhead twinkled in silent approval, Ava knew that their paths had crossed at twilight not by chance, but by destiny. Chapter 4. Ethan, a man haunted by memories of a past he couldn't escape, a past that had shaped him into the solitary figure he had become. But as he stood before Ava, he felt a glimmer of hope stir within him, a spark of warmth that had long been extinguished in the cold depths of his heart. For the first time in a long time, Ethan dared to believe that love and redemption were within his reach. "Who are you, really?" Ava asked, her voice gentle yet filled with curiosity. Ethan hesitated, unsure of how much of himself he could reveal to this captivating stranger who had crossed his path at twilight. "I'm just a man trying to make sense of it all," Ethan replied, his eyes searching hers for understanding. "But with you, it feels like I've found something worth fighting for." Ava felt her heart swell with a mixture of caution and longing. She knew that there were secrets hidden behind the walls Ethan had built around himself, but she also sensed a vulnerability and goodness within him that called out to her own wounded soul. As the night stretched out before them, Ava and Ethan stood on the precipice of a love that could either heal them or destroy them. And as they gazed into each other's eyes, they made a silent vow to walk this path together, no matter where it may lead. Chapter 5. As the moon rose higher in the night sky, casting a silvery glow over Crescent Cove, Ava and Ethan found themselves walking side by side along the cobblestone streets of the sleepy town. The world around them seemed to fade away, leaving only the sound of their footsteps and the beating of their hearts in the stillness of the night. With each passing moment, their connection deepened, weaving a tapestry of shared experiences and unspoken truths between them. Ethan found himself opening up to Ava in a way he had never dared before, sharing glimpses of his past and his hopes for the future. Ava, in turn, revealed pieces of herself that she had kept hidden from the world, her vulnerabilities and dreams laid bare in the presence of this mysterious man who had captured her heart. As they reached the edge of the cliff overlooking the sea, Ava and Ethan stood in silence, the crashing waves below a symphony of raw power and untamed beauty. In that moment, with the salt-tinged air swirling around them, Ava felt a sense of peace settle over her, a feeling of belonging that she had been searching for all her life.
Chapter 6. Ethan watched Ava as she gazed out at the endless expanse of the sea, her eyes reflecting the moonlight like twin pools of liquid silver. In that moment, he knew that he had found something precious in her, something worth protecting and cherishing with every fiber of his being. As the sea sang its ancient song of love and loss, Ethan took Ava's hand in his, the warmth of her touch grounding him in a way he had never thought possible. "I never expected to find solace in the arms of a stranger," Ethan whispered, his voice barely audible over the crashing of the waves. Ava turned to him, her eyes brimming with emotion, and for the first time, she saw the vulnerability and longing in his gaze. "We may have crossed paths at twilight by chance, but I believe our meeting was destined," Ava replied, her voice soft yet filled with conviction. "Together, we can heal the wounds of our pasts and embrace the future with open hearts." In that moment, as the moon bathed them in its ethereal light, Ava and Ethan knew that their journey was just beginning, a journey that would lead them down a path of love, self-discovery, and redemption. And as they stood on the edge of the world, hand in hand, they took their first step into a future where anything was possible. Chapter 7. The days in Crescent Cove seemed to blur together for Ava and Ethan, as they explored the hidden corners of the town and unraveled the tangled threads of their pasts. With each passing sunrise and sunset, their connection deepened, their bond growing stronger and more resilient in the face of the uncertainties that lay ahead. Ava's art flourished under the inspired gaze of Ethan, who saw the beauty and truth in her creations like no one else ever had. And in Ethan's eyes, Ava found a mirror of her own soul, reflecting back to her the courage and vulnerability she had long kept hidden from the world. Together, they danced through the cobblestone streets, their laughter mingling with the salty breeze that swept in from the sea. They shared quiet moments of introspection and wild bursts of joy, their hearts and spirits entwined in a dance as old as time itself. As the summer days stretched out before them, Ava and Ethan found themselves falling deeper in love with each passing moment, their souls like two stars in the night sky, forever destined to shine brightly, even in the darkest of times. Chapter 8. Ethan's heart had never felt so full as it did in the presence of Ava. Her laughter was like music to his ears, her touch like a balm to his wounded soul. With her by his side, he felt an inner peace he had thought unattainable, a sense of belonging that transcended time and space. As they sat together on the rocky shore, the waves crashing against the cliffs in a symphony of power and grace, Ethan took Ava's hand in his and felt a surge of gratitude wash over him. "Thank you for showing me that love is not just a dream," he whispered, his voice filled with emotion. Ava turned to him, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears of joy. "And thank you for teaching me that the past does not have to define our future," she replied, her voice a gentle caress that soothed the ache in his heart. In that moment, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of rose and gold, Ava and Ethan knew that they had found something rare and beautiful in each other. Their paths had crossed at twilight, but now they walked hand in hand into the dawn of a new day, ready to face whatever challenges and joys lay ahead, united in love and purpose. Chapter 9. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the between Ava and Ethan deepened and evolved, like a delicate flower blossoming under the warm embrace of the sun. Together, they navigated the highs and lows of life, supporting each other through moments of doubt and uncertainty, and celebrating the simple joys that lit up their days. Ava's art continued to flourish, each stroke of her brush infused with the light and love she had found in Ethan. And for Ethan, watching Ava create beauty from chaos was a reminder that there was magic in the world, waiting to be uncovered in the most unexpected of places. Their love story unfolded like a tapestry, intricately woven with threads of laughter, tears, and shared dreams. They reveled in the small moments, a shared meal under the stars, a stolen kiss in the moonlight, knowing that it was these moments that made their love story truly special. As they walked along the shores of Crescent Cove, the sea whispering its eternal secrets to them, Ava and Ethan knew that they were no longer two strangers who had crossed paths at twilight. They were soulmates, bound by a love that transcended time and space, ready to face whatever the future held, hand in hand. Chapter 10. Ethan watched as Ava dipped her toes into the cool waters of the sea, her laughter echoing off the cliffs that framed their secluded cove. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm golden light over her, illuminating the strands of her hair like strands of spun gold. In that moment, Ethan felt a surge of gratitude wash over him, grateful for the serendipitous meeting that had brought Ava into his life. Walking over to her, Ethan took Ava's hand in his, the roughness of his skin a stark contrast to the softness of hers. "I never expected to find such joy in a world that once seemed so bleak," Ethan murmured, his heart overflowing with emotion. Ava turned to him, her eyes dancing with a light that only he could ignite within her. "And I never expected to find such love in a heart that I once thought was closed off," she replied, her voice a melody that sang of hope and healing. In that moment, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery hues, Ava and Ethan stood together, their love a beacon of light in a world that often felt dark and uncertain. With their hearts intertwined and their souls united, they knew that whatever lay ahead, they would face it together, their love guiding them through the twists and turns of fate. Chapter 11. As summer turned to fall in Crescent Cove, Ava and Ethan found themselves caught in the of the changing seasons, their love deepening with each passing day. The vibrant colors of autumn painted the town in hues of red, gold, and orange, a kaleidoscope of beauty that mirrored the richness of their connection. Ava's art took on new dimensions as she explored the mysteries of love and longing in her work, each piece a reflection of the passion that burned within her heart. Ethan stood by her side, a pillar of strength and support, his own demons quieted by the light of Ava's love. Together, they wandered through the forests ablaze with color, their footsteps stirring the fallen leaves like whispers of the past. They shared quiet moments by the fireside, the crackling flames casting a warm glow over their entwined forms, as if to say that they were meant to be together, through the changing seasons and the trials of time. In the quiet moments of twilight, when the world seemed to hold its breath in anticipation of the night, Ava and Ethan found solace in each other's arms, their souls intertwined like two halves of a whole.
Chapter 12. Ethan watched as Ava danced through the forest, her laughter a melody that echoed through the trees. The crisp autumn air whispered secrets to him, promising a future filled with love and light, if only he had the courage to seize it. Approaching Ava, Ethan took her hand in his, the warmth of their connection sparking a fire within him. "I never imagined that my heart could find such peace in the chaos of the world," he confessed, his voice raw with emotion. Ava turned to him, her eyes alight with an inner fire that matched his own. And I never dreamed that I could feel so alive in a world that once felt so dull, she replied, her voice a balm to his weary soul. In that moment, as the leaves rustled overhead and the scent of wood smoke filled the air, Ava and Ethan knew that they had found something rare and precious in each other. Their love story was a tapestry woven from threads of fate and destiny, a tale of two souls who had crossed paths at twilight and vowed to walk hand in hand into the unknown, united in love and trust. Chapter 13. As winter descended upon Crescent Cove, blanketing the town in a hush of snow and stillness, Ava and Ethan found themselves drawn even closer together, seeking warmth and solace in each other's embrace. The cozy glow of fireside evenings and the delicate dance of snowflakes outside their window became the backdrop of their love story, a tale of passion and perseverance in the face of cold and darkness. Ava's art took on a new depth as she explored the contrasts of light and shadow in her paintings, capturing the essence of love in all its forms. Ethan stood by her side, a silent guardian of her creativity, his love a steady flame in the winter night. Together, they braved the storms of life, their love a shield against the harsh winds of doubt and fear. They shared quiet moments curled up under blankets, their breathing in sync with the rhythm of the falling snow, finding warmth in the simple comfort of each other's presence. In the heart of winter, when the world seemed to hold its breath in anticipation of spring, Ava and Ethan found that their love burned brighter than ever, a beacon of hope in the coldest of nights. Chapter 14. Ethan watched as Ava painted, her brush moving with fluid grace across the canvas, creating a masterpiece that captured the essence of their love. The snow fell softly outside, cloaking the world in a blanket of white, but inside their cozy cabin, the warmth of their connection kept the chill at bay. Approaching Ava, Ethan wrapped his arms around her, the heat of his embrace a stark contrast to the cold of winter outside. "I never thought I could find such peace in the midst of a storm," he murmured, his voice a whisper that echoed through the room. Ava leaned into him, her eyes meeting his with a depth of understanding that spoke volumes. "And I never imagined that I could find such joy in the silence of a winter night," she replied, her voice a soft caress that filled the space between them. In that moment, as the fire crackled in the hearth and the snowflakes danced outside, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a force of nature, unyielding and eternal. Their souls had crossed paths at twilight and had forged a bond that could weather any storm, their hearts beating as one in the heart of winter's embrace. Chapter 15. Spring arrived in Crescent Cove with a burst of color and new beginnings, breathing fresh life into the world around Ava and Ethan. The town was a riot of blooming flowers and singing birds, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there was always the promise of renewal and growth. Ava's art blossomed under the influence of the season, her paintings infused with the vibrancy of spring and the hope that bloomed within her heart. Ethan watched her work with admiration, his love for her deepening with each brushstroke, each gentle smile that graced her lips. Together, they wandered through fields of wildflowers, their laughter mingling with the sweet scent of blossoms carried on the breeze. They shared dreams of the future, of a life filled with love and laughter, a life where they could explore the world hand in hand, their hearts forever entwined. In the golden light of spring, as the world came alive with new possibilities, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a force of nature, a beacon of light in the ever-changing tapestry of life. Chapter 16. Ethan watched as Ava danced through fields of wildflowers, her laughter a melody that filled his heart with joy. The sun shone brightly overhead, casting a warm glow over her, illuminating her beauty like a halo of light. In that moment, Ethan felt a surge of gratitude wash over him, grateful for the love that had blossomed between them. Approaching Ava, Ethan took her hand in his, the warmth of their connection sparking a fire within him. "I never thought I could find such happiness in the simple moments of life," he confessed, his voice filled with emotion. Ava turned to him, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears of joy. "And I never dreamed I could find such peace in the chaos of the world," she replied, her voice a gentle caress that soothed the ache in his heart. In that moment, as the birds sang their sweet songs and the flowers bloomed around them, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a gift, a precious treasure to be cherished and nurtured. Their paths had crossed at twilight, leading them to this moment of pure, unadulterated love, where the promise of a future filled with endless possibilities lay before them, waiting to be explored. Chapter 17. As summer returned to Crescent Cove, the town hummed with the vibrancy of life, echoing the love that filled Ava and Ethan's hearts. The days grew long and languid, filled with the golden light of the sun and the promise of endless possibilities on the horizon. Ava's art continued to flourish, each piece a testament to the love that had blossomed between her and Ethan. The colors on her palette seemed to dance with joy, mirroring the light that shone in her eyes whenever she looked at him. And for Ethan, watching Ava create beauty from her soul was a reminder that love had the power to transform even the darkest of days into something beautiful and bright. Together, they explored the rugged coastline and the hidden coves that lined the shore, their footsteps leaving imprints in the sand that whispered of the love that had brought them together. They reveled in the simple pleasures of summer picnics by the sea, lazy afternoons spent lost in each other's arms, knowing that these moments were the ones that would linger in their hearts for a lifetime. In the midst of the summer sun, with the world stretching out before them like an endless canvas, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a masterpiece in the making, a work of art that would stand the test of time. Chapter 18. Ethan watched as Ava painted by the sea, her brushstrokes as fluid and graceful as the waves that lapped at the shore. The salty breeze carried the scent of the ocean, mingling with the sweet fragrance of summer flowers, creating a symphony of scents that surrounded them in a cocoon of love. Approaching Ava, Ethan wrapped his arms around her, the warmth of their connection a comfort that wrapped around them like a blanket. "I never knew that my heart could be so full of love," he murmured, his voice a tender whisper that spoke volumes. Ava leaned into him, her head resting against his chest, the steady rhythm of his heart a soothing lullaby. "And I never imagined that I could feel so at peace in a world that once felt so chaotic," she replied, her voice a melody that sang of love and contentment. In that moment, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold, Ava and Ethan stood together, their souls intertwined in a dance as old as time. Their paths had crossed at twilight, but now they walked hand in hand into the golden days of summer, ready to embrace whatever the future held, knowing that as long as they had each other, they had everything they would ever need.
Chapter 19. The golden days of summer in Crescent Cove seemed to stretch on endlessly, a canvas of love and endless possibilities for Ava and Ethan. The town buzzed with the energy of the season, filled with laughter and music that echoed through the streets, a celebration of life and the love that had bloomed between two souls who had crossed paths at twilight. Ava's art had become a reflection of the love that filled her heart, each stroke of her brush a testament to the beauty and depth of the emotions she felt for Ethan. Her paintings captured the essence of their journey together, from the moment they met by chance to the moments of quiet tenderness they shared under the summer sun. Ethan stood by her side, his love a steady presence in her life, a beacon of light that guided her through the trials and triumphs of their shared journey. With each passing day, their bond grew stronger, their love deeper and more profound, a love that defied all odds and stood the test of time. In the heart of summer, when the world basked in the glow of the sun, Ava and Ethan knew that they had found something rare and beautiful in each other. A love that would endure long after the golden days of summer had faded into memory. Chapter 20. Ethan watched as Ava painted, her movements fluid and confident, her eyes alight with the fire of creation. The sun shone brightly overhead, casting a warm glow over her, illuminating the beauty that radiated from her soul. In that moment, Ethan felt a sense of peace wash over him, a calm that settled in his heart like a gentle wave. Approaching Ava, Ethan took her hand in his, the connection between them sparking a fire that blazed brightly in the heat of summer. "I never knew that love could be so all-encompassing," he whispered, his voice tinged with wonder. Ava turned to him, her eyes meeting his with a depth of understanding that spoke of a lifetime of shared experiences. "And I never imagined that I could find such completeness in another soul," she replied, her voice a melody that sang of love and unity. In that moment, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the town, Ava and Ethan stood together, their hearts beating as one, their souls forever intertwined. Their paths had crossed at twilight, leading them down a winding road of love and self-discovery, but now they stood hand in hand, ready to face the future with courage and grace, knowing that as long as they were together, they could overcome any obstacle that came their way. And as they walked into the sunset of another summer day, their love shining like a beacon in the darkness, they knew that their story was just beginning, a tale of love, resilience, and endless possibilities in a world filled with beauty and light. As the final light of the summer day faded into night, Ava and Ethan stood on the cliffs overlooking the sea, their hands clasped together, their hearts beating as one. The cool breeze off the ocean rustled through their hair, carrying with it the promise of a new chapter in their love story. Together, they turned to face the expanse of water stretching out before them, the moonlight painting a silvery path along the waves. And in that moment of quiet reflection, they knew that their love was a rare and precious gift, a treasure to be cherished for all time. "I never knew that love could be so powerful," Ethan said softly, his words carried away by the wind. "And I never imagined that I could feel so deeply and truly alive until I met you," Ava replied, her voice filled with emotion. The stars sparkled above them, a celestial dance of light and beauty, mirroring the love that shone in their eyes. In that quiet moment of shared understanding, Ava and Ethan felt the weight of the universe bearing witness to their love. A love that had crossed paths at twilight but would continue to illuminate their lives for eternity. As the night wrapped around them like a warm embrace, they knew that their journey was far from over. Their love story was one of resilience, growth, and unwavering dedication, a narrative that would continue to evolve and unfold with each passing day. With hearts full of gratitude and spirits intertwined in a bond that transcended time and space, Ava and Ethan gazed out at the sea, ready to face whatever the future held in store. And as they stood together, bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, they knew that their love would guide them through the trials and triumphs of life, a beacon of hope and light in a world that sometimes felt dark and uncertain. Their paths had crossed at twilight, but their hearts had found a home in each other, a sanctuary of love that would endure for all eternity. And as they walked hand in hand into the night, their souls connected in a dance as old as time itself, they knew that their love story was just beginning, a story of love, resilience, and the everlasting power of two hearts intertwined in the gentle embrace of twilight. As the waves crashed against the rocky cliffs below, Ava and Ethan stood together, their hearts beating in rhythm with the ebb and flow of the sea. The moon hung high in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the landscape, as if nature itself was blessing their union. In that moment, with the cool night air wrapping around them like a comforting shawl, Ava and Ethan felt a sense of peace wash over them. All the trials and tribulations they had faced had them to this point, this moment of unity and strength, where their love for each other burned brighter than any star in the sky. "I never knew that love could be so transformative," Ethan said, his voice filled with awe. "And I never imagined that I could find such a deep connection with another soul," Ava replied, her eyes shining with love and gratitude. As they stood on the precipice of a new beginning, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a force to be reckoned with. Their bond was unbreakable, forged through the fires of adversity and tempered by the trials of life. With a silent understanding passing between them, they knew that their love story would continue to unfold, a tale of resilience, passion, and unwavering dedication. And as they turned away from the sea, walking hand in hand into the night, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, their hearts forever intertwined in the timeless dance of love and destiny. As Ava and Ethan walked hand in hand under the moonlit sky, the air was filled with a sense of serenity and anticipation. The path ahead was unknown, yet they felt a deep sense of assurance that as long as they were together, they could conquer any obstacle that came their way. The world around them seemed to shimmer with the magic of their love, casting a soft, ethereal glow over their intertwined fingers. Every step they took felt like a step towards their shared destiny, a future filled with love, growth, and endless possibilities. As they wandered through the quiet streets of Crescent Cove, the echoes of their laughter and whispered promises mingled with the night air, creating a symphony of love that seemed to reverberate through the very soul of the town. In that moment, Ava and Ethan knew that their love story was just beginning, a tale that would unfold with every sunrise and sunset, every joy and challenge that life threw their way. With hearts full of hope and a deep, unshakable bond between them, they stepped into the future, ready to face whatever came their way with courage, resilience, and a love that had the power to light up even the darkest of nights. And as they disappeared into the night, their silhouettes blending into the shadows of the darkness, they knew that their crossed paths at twilight had led them to a love that was truly meant to be. The town of Crescent Cove slept peacefully as Ava and Ethan wandered through its quiet streets, their steps light and hearts full of promise. The moonlight painted their surroundings in shades of silver, casting a gentle glow on their faces as they shared whispered conversations and heartfelt confessions. With every passing moment, their connection deepened, their souls entwined in a dance as old as time itself. They knew that their love was a rare and precious gift, a treasure to be cherished and nurtured with every beat of their hearts. As they reached the edge of town, the gentle lull of the sea in the distance, Ava and Ethan paused, their eyes meeting in a silent exchange of love and understanding. In that shared moment of unity, they knew that no matter where life took them, they would always find their way back to each other. With a sense of purpose and determination filling their hearts, Ava and Ethan continued their journey into the unknown, their love a guiding light in the darkness. They knew that their paths had crossed at twilight for a reason, and they were ready to embrace the future together, hand in hand, united in a love that was destined to withstand the test of time. And as they disappeared into the night, their silhouettes merging with the shadows, a sense of hope and possibility lingered in the air, a promise of a love story that would continue to unfold, chapter by chapter, across the tapestry of their intertwined lives. For Ava and Ethan, Their love was not just a moment in time, it was a timeless and enduring bond that would carry them through every season, every challenge, and every joy that life had yet to offer. The stars blinked overhead, twinkling like distant promises, as Ava and Ethan walked on, their footsteps echoing softly in the night. The world around them seemed to hold its breath, as if in awe of the love that radiated from their entwined souls. As they wandered through the quiet streets and winding pathways of Crescent Cove, a sense of peace settled over them, a knowing that they were exactly where they were meant to be, together, in that moment in time. With each shared glance, smile, and touch, Ava and Ethan reinforced the bond that had grown between them, a bond forged in the fires of passion, nurtured by understanding, and solidified by the strength of their commitment to each other. Their love story had begun at twilight, a chance encounter that had blossomed into something extraordinary. And as they continued their journey, hand in hand, they embraced the unknown future that lay ahead of them, unafraid and full of hope. For Ava and Ethan, their love was a melody that played on, a dance that unfolded in perfect harmony. And as they disappeared into the night, their hearts beating as one, they knew that their crossed paths at twilight had led them to a love that was as timeless and enduring as the stars above. Their footsteps carried them further into the night, the cool breeze whispering secrets of a future filled with endless possibilities. As Ava and Ethan strolled under the canopy of stars, their connection felt as vast and infinite as the universe itself. In the reality of the night, they found solace in each other's presence, a silent understanding passing between them that transcended words. They knew that their love was a rare and precious gift, a treasure to be cherished and protected with unwavering devotion. With every heartbeat, every shared breath, Ava and Ethan felt the pulse of their intertwined destinies, a symphony of love that sang through their souls. They were two halves of a whole, perfectly complementing each other in a dance of unity and harmony. As they walked on, their silhouettes blending seamlessly with the darkness, a sense of peace settled over them, a knowing that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, bound by a love that knew no bounds. And as they disappeared into the night, their love shining like a beacon in the darkness, Ava and Ethan knew that their journey was just beginning. Their crossed paths at twilight had led them to a love that was pure, eternal, and destined to light up the night sky with the brilliance of their hearts intertwined. As the night deepened around them, Ava and Ethan found themselves drawn to a secluded spot by the sea, where the waves whispered secrets of timeless love and endless possibility. The moon cast a gentle glow upon the water, illuminating their faces and glinting in their eyes as they stood together, united in their shared journey. The salty breeze carried with it a sense of magic and mystery, wrapping around them like a comforting embrace. In that moment, their connection felt unbreakable, rooted in the depths of their souls and destined to withstand any challenge that came their way. With the rhythm of the ocean as their backdrop, Ava and Ethan exchanged vows of love and devotion, pledging to stand together through the joys and sorrows, the triumphs and tribulations that life would undoubtedly bring. Their hearts beat as one, their spirits entwined in a dance of love that knew no boundaries. As they gazed out at the shimmering sea, the promise of tomorrow glowing bright in their eyes, Ava and Ethan knew that their love story was just beginning. Their paths had crossed at twilight, but their journey together was eternal, a tapestry of love and commitment that would continue to unfold with each passing day. And with a shared smile and a lingering touch, they stepped forward into the night, their hearts filled with hope and their souls intertwined in a love that would light up the darkness for all eternity. For Ava and Ethan, their love was a beacon of light in a world of uncertainties, a promise of forever that would guide them through the trials and tribulations, hand in hand, always and forever. The sea whispered its ancient lullaby as Ava and Ethan stood together, their silhouettes etched against the moonlit water. The night air was alive with possibility, carrying a sense of serenity and belonging that wrapped around them like a comforting blanket. In the quiet stillness of the moment, as the waves lapped gently at the shore, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a force of nature, unyielding and eternal. In each other's presence, they found solace, strength, and a profound sense of purpose that illuminated their path forward. With a shared glance and a silent understanding, they sealed their love with a promise spoken in the language of the heart. Their vows, unspoken yet deeply felt, echoed across the expanse of the sea, carried by the night breeze as a testament to the depth of their bond. As they turned to walk back, the moonlight guiding their way, Ava and Ethan felt the weight of the universe conspiring in their favor. Their love story was a symphony of resilience and passion, a testament to the transformative power of love found amid the shadows of twilight. And as they disappeared into the night, their silhouettes blending with the darkness, Ava and Ethan carried with them the certainty that their crossed paths at twilight had led them to a love that was meant to be enduring, unwavering, and boundless in its beauty. Their footsteps echoed softly on the sandy shore as they walked back towards the lights of the town, the moonlight casting a silvery glow on the ahead. Each step felt like a dance, a rhythm of togetherness that spoke volumes without a single word being uttered. As they approached the familiar cobblestone streets of Crescent Cove, Ava and Ethan's hearts brimmed with a sense of peace and contentment. The world around them seemed to be in perfect harmony, a reflection of the unity they had found in each other's arms. With each passing moment, their love story continued to unfold, a tapestry woven with threads of trust, mutual admiration, and unwavering devotion. They knew that their journey was far from over, and that every twist and turn, every beam of light and shadow, would only serve to strengthen the bond they shared. In the quiet embrace of the night, under the watchful gaze of the moon and the stars, Ava and Ethan knew that they were destined to walk this path together, side by side, forever entwined in a love that transcended time and space. As they disappeared into the gentle glow of the town, their souls connected in a dance as old as the universe itself. Ava and Ethan felt the warmth of their love surround them like a protective shield, a love that would guide them through the winds of change, the storms of life, and the infinite expanse of their shared journey, with unwavering strength and unbreakable unity. As the lights of Crescent Cove twinkled in the distance, Ava and Ethan walked hand in hand through the quaint cobblestone streets, their hearts filled with a sense of calm and certainty. The night air was cool and crisp, carrying with it the scent of saltwater and blooming flowers, a reminder of the beauty that surrounded them. With each step they took, their connection deepened, their bond growing stronger with every passing moment. They knew that their love was a rare and precious gift, a treasure to be nurtured and cherished for all eternity. As they wandered through the town, their laughter mingled with the gentle evening breeze, creating a melody of joy that seemed to echo through the streets. The warmth of their love enveloped them, a shield against the uncertainties of the world. In the quiet of the night, under the shimmering stars, Ava and Ethan knew that they were soulmates, destined to walk through life together, hand in hand. Their journey was just beginning, their love story unfolding like a beautiful symphony, each note resonating with the depth of their connection. With a shared smile and a knowing glance, they continued on their path, ready to face whatever challenges and adventures awaited them, secure in the knowledge that their love would guide them through it all. And as they disappeared into the night, their silhouettes merging with the shadows of the town, Ava and Ethan knew that their paths had crossed at twilight for a reason, that their love was a beacon of hope and light, shining brightly in the darkness, a timeless and enduring reminder of the beauty of crossed paths at twilight. Chapter 21. The night enveloped Ava and Ethan in a blanket of tranquility as they continued their journey through Crescent Cove. The serenity of the town at nightfall mirrored the peace that had settled within their hearts, a deep sense of knowing that they had found their way to each other. As they strolled through the cobblestone streets, the soft glow of the streetlights illuminated their path, casting a warm radiance upon their faces. In each other's presence, they found a sense of belonging, a comfort that only true love could bring. The gentle murmur of the sea in the distance provided a soothing soundtrack to their walk, a reminder of the vast and unending beauty of the world around them. Ava and Ethan's footsteps created a harmony with the rhythm of the waves, a symphony of love played out under the moonlit sky. With the stars as their witnesses and the night as their canvas, Ava and Ethan felt a profound connection that transcended words. Their love had brought them together, guided them through challenges, and now illuminated their path forward like a beacon in the night. As they vanished into the darkness, their hearts beating as one, Ava and Ethan carried with them the knowledge that their love was a treasure beyond measure, a gift from the universe that would be forever cherished and protected. And in each other's arms, they found solace, strength, and a love that would endure for all eternity. Chapter 22. The evening air was alive with the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the distant sound of waves crashing against the shore. Ava and Ethan walked hand in hand, their hearts full of love and gratitude for the life they had found together in Crescent Cove. As they ventured further into the night, the world seemed to hold its breath, as if in reverence to the love that bloomed between them. The moon cast a silvery glow over the town, illuminating their path and guiding them towards a future filled with endless possibilities. With each step, their bonds strengthened, their souls entwined in a dance as old as time. They shared a silent understanding that transcended words, a connection that spoke volumes about the depth of their love. In the quiet embrace of the night, under the watchful gaze of the stars, Ava and Ethan knew that their journey together was just beginning. Their love story was a tale of resilience, passion, and unwavering devotion, a narrative that would continue to unfold with every sunrise and sunset. As they disappeared into the night, their silhouettes blending with the darkness, they carried with them the certainty that their love was a light that would guide them through the darkest of nights and the brightest of days. For Ava and Ethan, their paths had crossed at twilight for a reason, leading them to a love that was as timeless and enduring as the universe itself. Chapter 23. As Ava and Ethan walked further into the night, the soft glow of the moonlight illuminated their path, casting a silvery sheen on the cobblestone streets. Each step they took was filled with a sense of purpose and unity, their love a beacon of light in the stillness of the night. The gentle murmur of the sea and the rustle of the night breeze enveloped them in a cocoon of tranquility, a reminder of the natural beauty that surrounded them. Together, they moved with grace and harmony, their souls dancing to the rhythm of their intertwined hearts. In the quiet of the night, under the twinkling stars, Ava and Ethan felt a sense of peace wash over them. They knew that their love was a force to be reckoned with, a bond forged in the fires of passion and tempered by the trials of life. As they continued on their journey, hand in hand, Ava and Ethan carried with them the knowledge that their love was a love for all time. Their crossed paths at twilight had led them to a destiny of profound love and unbreakable connection. And as they vanished into the night, their love shining like a guiding light, Ava and Ethan knew that their journey together was far from over. Their love story was just beginning, a tale of two souls united in a love that would endure across the passage of time, a testament to the power of love that transcends all boundaries. With each step they took, Ava and Ethan felt the weight of their shared journey, the depth of their connection growing stronger with every heartbeat. The world them seemed to fall away, leaving only the two of them walking in the embrace of the night. The cool breeze carried the scent of salt and flowers, a delicate reminder of the beauty that surrounded them. Under the watchful gaze of the moon and the stars, they found themselves lost in the infinity of their love, a love that knew no boundaries and stretched across the vastness of the universe. As they walked on, the cobblestone streets echoing with the sounds of their footsteps, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a force of nature that could weather any storm, overcome any challenge. Their spirits danced in harmony, their hearts beating as one in a symphony of love and devotion. In the stillness of the night, with the world draped in silvery moonlight, Ava and Ethan's souls intertwined in a dance of timeless love, bound together by an unbreakable bond. They knew that their paths had crossed at twilight for a reason, leading them to a love that was deep, pure, and eternal. And as they disappeared into the shadows of the night, their love story continued to unfold, a saga of passion, resilience, and unwavering commitment. Their crossed paths at twilight had brought them to this moment, where their hearts beat as one, their love a shining beacon in the darkness, a reminder that true love knows no bounds and transcends all obstacles. Chapter 24. The night embraced Ava and Ethan like a warm blanket, wrapping around them in a cocoon of tranquility and love. The moonlight cast a silvery glow over the town, illuminating their path as they walked hand in hand through the cobblestone streets. As they ventured further into the night, the stillness of the world around them seemed to amplify the beating of their hearts. In the quiet of the night, surrounded by the beauty of the moon and stars above, Ava and Ethan found solace in each other's presence, a sense of peace that could only be found in the embrace of true love. With each step, their connection deepened, their bond growing stronger with every moment shared in the quiet of the night. The world around them seemed to fade away, leaving only the two of them standing together, united in love and purpose. As they walked on, the echoes of their footsteps mingled with the gentle rustle of leaves in the night breeze, creating a symphony of harmony that resonated throughout the town. In each other's company, Ava and Ethan found a sense of completeness, a feeling of being exactly where they were meant to be. And as they vanished into the night, their hearts and souls intertwined in a dance as old as time, Ava and Ethan knew that their paths had crossed at twilight for a reason. Their love was a beacon of light that shone in the darkness, guiding them through the night and into an eternity of love and togetherness. Chapter 25. The night enveloped Ava and Ethan in a blanket of tranquility, the moonlight casting a soft glow on their faces as they walked hand in hand through the tranquil town. Each step they took was a testament to the unbreakable bond they shared, a bond that had been forged in the depths of their hearts. As they continued their journey through Crescent Cove, a sense of peace settled over them, in knowing that they were exactly where they were meant to be. The cool night air carried with it a sense of magic and possibility, wrapping around them like a comforting embrace. With the quiet serenade of the night surrounding them, Ava and Ethan felt a sense of oneness with the universe. Their love was a force of nature, a beacon of light that illuminated their path and guided them towards a future filled with endless promise and boundless love. In the depths of the night, under the watchful gaze of the stars, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a rare and precious gift, a treasure to be cherished and nurtured with each passing day. Their paths had crossed at twilight, leading them to a love that was pure, enduring, and unshakable. And as they disappeared into the night, their silhouettes blending with the darkness, Ava and Ethan carried with them the certainty that their love was a light that would guide them through the darkest of nights and the brightest of days. In each other's arms, they found solace, strength, and a love that would endure for all eternity. Chapter 26. As Ava and Ethan continued to walk through the quiet streets of Crescent Cove, the night enveloped them in a blanket of tranquility. The moon overhead bathed them in its gentle light, casting a soft glow on their intertwined figures. The town was a symphony of stillness, the only sounds the hushed whispers of the night breeze and the distant murmur of the sea. In each other's presence, they found a sense of calm that whispered of a love that transcended time and space. With each step they took, their connection deepened, their bond growing stronger with every beat of their hearts. They knew that their love was a force of nature, a guiding light that would lead them through any darkness that lay ahead. In the quiet of the night, with the world lost in slumber around them, Ava and Ethan felt the weight of their love, a love that had weathered storms and soared to great heights. Their souls danced together in the stillness, two halves of a whole that had found completion in each other's arms. As they vanished into the night, their silhouettes blending with the shadows, Ava and Ethan knew that their story was far from over. Their paths had crossed at twilight, leading them to a love that was enduring, unwavering, and boundless in its beauty. And as they walked hand in hand into the night, their hearts beating as one, they carried with them the certainty that their love would guide them through every moment, every challenge, and every joy that life would bring. Chapter 27. The night unfolded around Ava and Ethan like a gentle embrace, the world seeming to stand still as they walked through the quiet streets of Crescent Cove. The moonlight bathed everything in a mystical glow, casting shadows that danced at their feet. With every step they took, their connection deepened, their hearts beating as one in the tranquility of the night. The town seemed to hold its breath, as if in reverence to the love that radiated from the two souls walking in silent harmony. Ava and Ethan found solace in the stillness of the night, a sense of completeness that washed over them like a gentle tide. The world around them faded into the background, leaving only the two of them and the endless expanse of the universe above. In this moment of profound connection, under the canopy of stars that shimmered like diamonds in the sky, Ava and Ethan knew that their love was a timeless force, a love that would endure through all trials and tribulations, a love that would light their way through every shadow. As they disappeared into the night, their silhouettes becoming one with the darkness, Ava and Ethan carried with them the certainty that their love was a guiding light, a beacon of hope and strength in a world full of uncertainties. And in each other's arms, they found a sense of home and a love that would stand the test of time, a love destined to shine bright in the tapestry of their intertwined lives. Chapter 28. Under the watchful eyes of the moon and stars, Ava and Ethan continued their journey through Crescent Cove, their steps echoing softly in the stillness of the night. The world around them seemed to be holding its breath, as if in awe of the love that bound them together. In the quiet of the night, with the cool breeze carrying the scent of saltwater and blossoms, Ava and Ethan walked hand in hand, their hearts beating in harmony with the universe. The town slept peacefully, unaware of the profound connection that existed between these two souls. With each moment, their bond deepened, their love shining like a beacon in the darkness. They knew that their paths had crossed at twilight for a reason, leading them to a love that was pure, unyielding, and timeless. As they walked on, their silhouettes blending with the shadows, Ava and Ethan knew that their story was just beginning. Their love was a source of strength and light, guiding them through every twist and turn that life brought their way. In the heart of the night, as the world slumbered on, Ava and Ethan's love story continued to unfold. A tale of resilience, passion, and unwavering commitment. Their crossed paths at twilight had set them on a journey of love and self-discovery. A journey that would carry them through every moment, every challenge, and every joy that life had yet to offer.